Hi guys, thanks to watch this video. Today we are going to see how to create EC2 instance in AWS. To create the EC2 instance, we need AWS account. If you don't have it, I'll give the link in the description. You can go through that video and create that AWS account. Okay. Now we will see how to create the AWS account. Okay. Okay. Search with in the Google AWS sign in. And click on the AWS web service sign in page. Okay. Here to create EC2 instance, we have to log in as a root user. So you can use your AWS account, user email address and password to log in. So I'm using my email address, which I was created earlier. Click on next. Then we have to give the captcha, which is showing in that image. Click submit. I think looks captcha is wrong, so I'm trying it again. Okay. Now we have to enter the password of AWS account. I'm entering my password. Sign in. Okay. Now it's showing common AWS marketplace console. We have to open the AWS console. Okay. So before start creating the EC2 instance, we have to select the region. So means a data center which is near to us. So here there are so many data center is available. Amazon data center is available. So I am selecting Asia Pacific Mumbai, which is near to me. Click on it. Okay. Okay. Now that data center got selected, it's showing it as in that Mumbai location. So okay. Then now you can start creating EC2 instance. Click on this EC2 instance. Okay, there is no running instance currently. Okay, click on launch instance to create the new EC2 instance. Okay, so here it will show the list of servers which you can select. You can select whatever you are familiar with or whatever it's matching with your requirement. Now I am selecting Ubuntu free tiers, which means which is for testing purpose. We can use that, or if you want to use Windows with a high configuration, then these are all chargeable. So for free things, it will label itself. It will show it's a free tier eligible. Okay, so you can select based on your requirement. So I am selecting Ubuntu server. which is eligible for free tier. So I'm selecting Ubuntu 64-bit with the latest version 20.0.1. Okay, click select. Okay, now here it will show the server configurations. So and what are that eligible free criteria. So this configuration is coming for free. So I'm selecting it. This configuration, you can select anything. It's based on your requirement. Okay, so I'm selecting free tier one for the demo purpose. Check this one, select this one, and click on next configurations details. Okay, here the configuration details, it will show it up the default configuration. So let it go with the default one. I'm not modifying any of the default configuration. Click on next, add storage. Here also I'm not modifying anything. I'm going with the default one. It's a 8 GB default storage which they given. So I'm going with that. Click on next. Then here the tag, it's optional one. So we can give the name for our EC2 instance. So that is optional. So I'm not going to give any name. So just click on next, configure security group. Okay. So here security group is nothing but it's a firewall for our EC2 instance. Okay. So we can define the rules inbound and outbound rules. So based on our requirement, the default it's SSH is enabled as a inbound rules, and outbound routes enabled for all traffic. That means it's enabled for all port. Okay, for inbound rules it's enabled only for 22 port for SSH process. Okay, I will explain separately for these security group things once it EC2 instance got created. Okay, click on review and launch. Okay, now here we can see all that server details. These are the Ubuntu, what is it, storage and tag. It will show all those details whatever we configure. Then now click launch. Here it will ask you the key pair if you want. So this is a mandatory to access that to access your instance. So for example, if you are accessing it from your local machine, this key pair is required. It has two kind of keys. One is a public key and a private key. Public, okay, so public key is stored in the AWS itself, and private key, it's downloadable. We have to download it and store it in our local machine. This private key is required to connect with the EC2 instance, either SSH or it's from PuTTY or somewhere. Whatever tool if you are using, that's fine, but it's required private key. Okay, now I'm going to create. It's asking it's existing key pair or new. I'm going to create new key pair. So for key pair name, we have to give that the name for the key pair. Okay, I'm going to give that name. My EC2 instance key. Oh, it's already available, so I'm trying to give another name. It's 2. I'm appending with the 2. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to download. Okay, so I'm storing it in my local machine. Private key. Here it will, that pm file it will generate. So this is required to connect with our EC2 instance. Okay. Yep. Mm, okay. We can open. Okay. Now launch. Click on launch instance. Okay. Now instance got launched. If you view the instance details, click on the view instance. Okay. It will show that running instance. Okay. The first one, it's newly created instance. Okay. Still not yet up. It's in pending. Okay. Now it started. It's running state. Now you can use your instance, and you can start using your virtual machine, and you can install software, or you can install application. Okay. These are the instance easy to instance configuration details. We have public IP and public DNS name. We can use these, any one of them, to access it from remote, from our local or from remotely. Okay, we can use any one of that things. By clicking this button, we can copy that DNS name, and we can paste it in our notepad. Whenever we need to connect, or we need to communicate to this EC2 instance, we can use that. Okay. Now these are the basic details. Security group. Security group, as I told you, it's a kind of firewall setup for our EC2 instance. We can it's a configurable. We can configure it. Okay. So while creating the EC2 instance, we went with default roles, means inbound roles. Inbound roles means by default SSH is enabled with the 22 port. It's accessible from any of the system. Means source is 040/0 means it's accessible from anywhere by using this 22 port range. Okay, so we can edit that rules. Okay, so for example, if you want to add, we can click on add role, and you can select any of that any of that. If you want to custom, if you want to define custom role, you can define it. Let's say, for example, if I want to enable HTTP means HTTP port, which have to select the custom here. Custom TCP and 8080. Okay, so if I want to enable it from anywhere, anywhere means we can access it from access this port from anywhere. We can add and also, for example, if you want to add MySQL port, if you want to access MySQL port, then you can add you can add it, and you can select anywhere. Or if you want to access it from only from your machine, then you can source, you can customize it. You can give your you can select the custom, and you can give your public IP. So okay, how to find the public IP? I think we in the Google, we can type get my public IP. We'll get we can find it out from there. Okay. Okay, this is what my public IP. Okay, it's So I'm not able to copy. Let's go with another website which will give the my public IP, or we can type. Let's try with other website. Let's try with other website. Okay, what is my IP? Okay, it's a copyable. We can copy it. Once you copy it, you can paste it here, and when the drop down it will come, you can select. So, okay, if you want any more rules, you can add a number of rules. This is inbound rules, and you can save the rules. Then outbound rules, it's outgoing traffic. So now currently by default it's enabled all the port. It's enabled for outgoing traffic. Okay, so if you want to add some restriction, or if you want to add some rules, you can edit the outbound rules and you can add it the same way how we did it for inbound rules. Okay, now it's the instance is running state. Okay, now you can start using this VM virtual machine, cloud-based virtual machine. You can use it. Okay, this instance is now up and ready to use. So you can, if you want to, if you want to connect from your remote machine, you can connect, or you can connect it. AWS itself, they provided that default inbuilt terminal. You can use that. You can use that, and you can run your Linux command, or whatever server you have selected. You can connect it, connect from the tool, and you can run the command. So I have selected Ubuntu. So Ubuntu terminal you can able to open with this option. Okay, this is what the Ubuntu terminal. Once you get the terminal, you can start. This is what your home working directory. Okay, so if you want, you can create a directory. You can install Java or whatever you want. You can, or if you want to install your application server, you can start. You can install it from here, and you can start using it. It's a direct option to connect with that. Okay, or you can connect it from putty by using that private key. You can connect with that option also. This is a default option which is provided by AWS itself, which will open in the terminal, sorry, in the browser. Okay, okay, that's it. So in the next video, I'm going to explain how to host your website in that in EC2 instance. So I'm going to explain. Please watch that. Thanks for watching this video.